Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is not financial advice. I just hope you bought your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to the family. You already know what time it is, baby. I can't wait to see you in the promised land. But before we get there, you gotta let me know where you from. So I'm seeing Washington is in a building, baby. We here. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know where you from in the comments, baby. Oh yeah, you know Oman is in the building. St. Louis here. We here, baby. Oh yeah. Could you believe that we already halfway through the week? It's Kansas. We here. Florida is in the building. Let's get it. Oh yeah, it's time, baby. It's time. It's that time. Hey yo, we here. Let's get it, baby. Welcome to the party. Let's go. Let's go. Spain is in the building. Detroit is in the building. Let us know where you from in the comments. Let us know. Somebody said Mactown, Texas, Orlando, Columbus. Oh yeah. Henderson, we here. Troy, New York. Let's wake up, baby. It's time to wake up. Let's get it. Oh yeah, Long Beach is here. Yo, Indiana is here. Boston is here. Alabama, Wisconsin, Atlanta. Oh, we here, baby. Oh, New Jersey is in the building. Texas, show where you from, baby. Ireland is in the building. Cincinnati. Oh, we here. Long Beach, Puerto Rico is in the building. Let's go. Maryland, Discord fam. Oh yeah, we here, baby. We here. Montreal is in the building. Brazil, South Carolina, Kansas, Ireland. Oh yeah, Bronx, baby. But this is not financial advice. I just hope you brought your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Now, don't invest in companies that you don't understand and don't believe in, because if they dip, hold on, Pop Smoke. If they dip, then you not gonna buy the dip. And then you gonna sell low and be right back here crying to me. And I'm not having that. So if you can't do the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in the index funds. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. The first banger on our list. Woo! We trying to answer this question, baby. It's the SPY. Ticker symbol SPY. Let's zoom out. On the minute chart, you could already see we're headed on a bit of a downtrend. In the aftermarket yesterday, we dropped like a rock, but then we've since come back up to about 436. But you know what? Let's zoom out even more. Notice, we've been in a long, extended downtrend basically since, I want to say, early September. Early September, baby. Oh, yeah. I see Rimmersburg is in the building. Oh, we here. That's love. I appreciate y'all. That's love, baby. Okay, now, we at 436. If we see this, oh, look at that. If we see this drop down a little bit, we want to see what it does at the 435 level. We want to see what it does at the 435 level. Ooh, my back itching. Ooh. I'm good. Ooh, we good now. We good. Somebody said breathe. I'm breathing, baby. I'm breathing. Let's get it. So here we go. Boom. Discord fam, you already know. Some of us got to scoop up some charge point in the $19 range. We love that for a long-term hold. Appreciate you for the love, baby. Japan is in the building. El Salvador is in the building. What you talking about, fam? Let's see. He said, hey, if AMC is dipping, I ain't slipping. He said, this ain't even Kenan Grace radio. Evan, shout out to Evan. This ain't even Kenan Grace radio and we rhyming already. He said, you know what? He ain't tripping either. He said, it's nothing but a buy and opportunity. That's right, baby. We here. Pennsylvania is in the building. Love you too. Is he live? I can't see. Yes, I'm live. PT Boss, I'm live. Let's go. Pelican Bay, I see you. Somebody said Citadel is in the building. Even Ken Griffin showed out. Oh my God. Nah. All right, cool. Let's talk about it. So charge point, boom, boom, boom. Apple coming down. Family. Man, guess who's running us up? We just recently found out. Y'all know how we've been playing Lucid for at least a week now. Look at it. In the 27s. Guess who's running us up? The big dogs, family. The big dogs. They jumped in after it hit over 20. We jumped in a call back when it was in the teens. Right? We jumped in a call back when it was in the teens. And it ran up a little bit, but then it was stagnant for a little bit. and we stayed in. Actually, we were even over here, right? And then it was just stagnant and flat for a little bit, and then it dropped, and we just held. And look at it now. The big dogs jumped in, like right here. The big institutions, the large institutions, they jumped in, and then they started doing this. But we got in before them, so shout out to us. Let's get it. Let's get it. And again, it's a huge win. Don't get married, though. Don't get married to it. Don't get married to it. If you made enough, take it. Don't let greed overtake you. Let's get it. Just arriving. Let's get it, baby. If you look at 2008 crisis, yep. Panama's in the building. Okay. He said, just arriving home. It's time to invest with Kenan. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I love to see it. So I asked, Lucid still able to run today? Potentially. And, you know, look at it. It's up 3%. That's a good sign. That's a good sign for in a pre-market. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because just know, even though we running up with Lucid, if it's crashing down, I'm willing to ride the wave down with it too. On a put. Am I getting a put now? No way. But would I ride a put on it? Definitely. Definitely. Don't get married. You ride the wave up, you ride the wave down. If you like the stock, you can long-term hold the stock. But the options, you got to swing them. So, Kenan, I'm a bit ignorant. Saw this post on AMC saying that we own more than 80% because of naked shorts. Probably over 300%. Could you explain this? Okay, yeah. So, MVP. When you're thinking about AMC, right? A lot of the apes know this. Some don't. There are two metrics that you want to think of in particular. The shares outstanding, which is all of the shares that exist. And then there's the free float. This is what is not locked up, what can actually be traded. However, with AMC, the free float and the shares outstanding, they're very, very close to each other. You can say both are about 500 million, just or so, right? Now, the apes, technically, we own about 80% of that. However, it appears, when you look at all of the data, right, it appears that there may be more shares that exist than are supposed to exist. So then that would mean if we bought up all of those shares, then in fact, we would own more than the 80%. So it's kind of like if you went to a car dealership and you know they got 10 cars there, right? This is their cars outstanding. There are 10 cars there. But imagine that 2 of the cars are for the managers there. They locked up. They're not really cars that you could buy. Technically, it is 10 cars there, but these are all of the cars outstanding at the dealership. You can only trade or buy or sell 8 of those 10 cars. This would be the free float, what is available for the public, right? Now, you got to think of it like this. Imagine that you take the title to all 10 cars, right? You now got a book with 10, or not 10, with 8. All of this free float, right? All of them. So then, you know what? Somebody's in the back Xeroxing and copying the titles of the cars, and now there's supposed to be 8, but they actually keep selling you new titles to cars, so now you got like 15, 16, 17 titles on 8 cars, right? They owe you those cars because you paid for them, right? You could sell it back, but then you would help them to get rid of the dirty deed that they did behind closed doors, right? And you would help them get rid of the synthetic shares. But in this case, you know what? We buy and we hold. If you can't hold, again, somebody said something real that I thought was a teachable moment. You know, people be killing me, but I use it as a teachable moment. Somebody said on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter, at Kenan Grace, and then Instagram too, at Kenan Grace 1. You can see it under the screen. And somebody said, Kenan, he said you full of it, right? But he ain't say you full of it. You know how he went. He coming at me crazy, like he know me or something. Like I don't know. People who know me, they don't talk to me like that. I don't allow it. So watch this. Kenan, you full of it, man. Blah 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 blah. Somebody told me that you're short. You buying puts on AMC. And I'm like, first of all, who are you talking to? Right? That's what I'm thinking. But you know me, I never, when somebody disrespects, I never try to come back and at them with disrespect. Right? So then if I see a chance to teach everybody, I'll use it. But if I don't, I leave it alone. I leave it alone totally. If you don't know me by now, I would never, and I said this 100 times, I would never make money with the short sellers on AMC on a put option. Never. Why? Because it's against my integrity. Some things are more important than money. So for example, we all knew that AMC is having a lot of red days, a whole lot of red days. What does that mean? That means that there's money to be made there with a put option. Am I buying a put option? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But this is what got him. Am I going to shame somebody else for buying a put option? Also, absolutely not. I will never shame you for decisions that you try to make that with your own money. I'm not gonna shame you. You do what you want. It's yours, you spend it. I could tell you that this is the most manipulated stock in the game, that I'm diamond handing. You don't have to diamond hand, but I'm diamond handing. I didn't overextend myself, but I will not shame you for the decisions that you make. I will not shame you. It's just not who I am. I'm not a person that shames others. So then, come on now. Let's talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So now, AMC, I'm diamond handing this, baby. I'm straight up diamond handing this. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. T-Bone said, just point them out for me. Let's get it, baby. But again, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. And to be fair, though, dude who came out of pocket, he turned it around. And you don't usually see stuff like that on the internet where people say, you know what? Maybe I was incorrect. You never see people come clean. Louisiana in the building, Discord fam, let's get it. All right, yeah. So one thing I'll ask you a question about was this. Because I made a video yesterday, as you all know. I made a video yesterday, and let me see. Let's go here. We're going to talk about a few things. But let's go to YouTube, and let's look me up. Here we go. I'm right here. Kenan Grace, 1,600 people in the building. I made a video yesterday. Look at this. AMC X Doge. This should have happened long ago, right? We already know what time it is. This should have happened long ago. So people are killing me. They're like, oh, Kenan, why would AMC, why would they take Dogecoin? Why would they do it? Why would they do it? Blah, blah, blah. Right? And they really, let's look up Adam Aaron, because he's the one who brought us into this space right now. Let's take a look. Adam Aaron is the CEO of AMC, and he asked everybody a question. I sincerely want to hear your opinion via this Twitter poll. By year end, AMC will be taking Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash for online payments. And he said, I hear from many of you on the Twitter feed. He said, I hear from many of you on my Twitter feed that we should accept Dogecoin too. Do you think AMC should explore accepting Dogecoin? Now, literally almost everybody said yes. The percent, I can't click on it now, but literally almost everybody said yes. It's like 70%, right? Crazy. And so I asked you in a poll, would you rather get $500 in cash today or get $5,000 in Dogecoin that's going to be locked up and you can't trade it until January 2023? Let's see. So far on this poll, let me reload this so I get the most recent data. So far on this poll, we got 76%. Of 836 people who voted, we got 76% of you say, you know what, I'm taking a 5K in Doge. And why do people pick stuff like that? Let's make it make sense, family. Let's go to our trusty friend, the calculator. You could take $500 today, right? You could. And let's say by 2023, you know what, you've been knocking it out the park and you doubled it. No, you really killing it. You tripled it. No, you really killing it. And you quadrupled it. You have $2,000. You have $2,000. You quadrupled that $500, right? From then until now, or from now until 2023 in January. But what if you have $5,000 in Dogecoin? And let's say it went up, I don't know, 10%. So let's multiply this by 10%. So times what? 1.10? Then you have 5,500 Doge if it went up 10%. You know what? That's more than that 2,000 when you quadrupled it. What if it lost half of its value? Totally. You still be up if it lost half of its value. What if you couldn't quadruple that 500 and you just had it sitting in a savings account and then it was $500 in 2023 because you just had it sitting, right? In order to turn 5,000 into that 500 family, you would have had to lose literally 90% of the value. So that means you would be left with 10% of the value, which would be 500. So Dogecoin would have to lose 90% of its value for you to get back to that 500. Come on now, family. You got to do the math and say, look, do you think Dogecoin is going to lose that much of its value by then? Or would you be surprised if Dogecoin was 25 cents? Right now, I want to say maybe it's 20 cents or in the teens. Let's see. It's 21 cents. It's 21 cents. What if by then it went to 25 cents or 30 cents, right? You would be way, way up versus having $500. You got to do what is called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. That's the one that's so important. And so many people don't understand that this is absolutely necessary and needed. There was an experiment a long time ago with marshmallows, and there's a little kid, right? And these are the parents. And what they did was, I don't know why, but they used marshmallows, whatever, it is what it is. They gave the kid, they told him, look, there's a marshmallow, they put it on the table. They wanted to see if he was gonna eat the marshmallow. And they told him, look, when you don't eat this and we come back, guess what? We're gonna give you 2 marshmallows. You eat this one now, or when we come back, you'll get 2 if you don't eat it, right? Most of the kids are just straight up eating the marshmallow, and then when you come back, they want the other 2, right? They want it all. They want it all. You got to practice delayed gratification, family. You got to practice delayed gratification so that you could get money and hold it and keep it. It's important. Now, let's check out the beast, the banger, the big dog. Oh, yo, family, come on now. We going stupid right here. We hit 28. We hit $28. Oh, Grand Slam. Grand Slam. I had a feeling this was going to hit the Grand Slam. I want you to understand the 28, 29, 30 range is a very key resistance. Very key resistance. Shout out to the Discord fam. We hit the Grand Slam. Hit the Grand Slam on this. What is a Grand Slam? The home run is the 100%. The Grand Slam is 200% or better. Let's get it. So now it's coming back down some, but we hit the Grand Slam. I love it. I love it. Again, you don't got to sell it on this kind of weakness right now. However, if you want to get out of this, it makes perfect sense because you can always jump back in. Like, for example, you hit the Grand Slam, right? So now you up 625. What you could do is basically sell out of this. Sell out of it. You don't have to. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I won't tell you when to sell or what to sell, blah, blah, blah. But you can sell out of this and then put 600 back in, right? Put 600 back in to a new call, and you would be totally risk-free on the $600. It's totally risk-free because you took your original investment out, boom, and then you put their money, Lucid money that they gave you, into a play. And then you would be absolutely and totally risk-free, playing with house money, baby. Playing with the house's money. You walked in with 310, you walked out with 935. And now, boom, you playing with the house's money. Let's get it. Let's get it. Love to see it. I love to see it. Love to see the family win. Love to see the family win. Any day trades? I'm looking. He said, I thought a Grand Slam was a meal at Denny's. I haven't been to Denny's in a minute, family. I have not been there in a minute. Somebody said, where the sound effects? Hey. Knowledge is power. That's right. Yep, the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. Yep, you love the marshmallow experiment? Yep, come on now. Come on now. That's what investing is all about. Delayed gratification. Sometimes you'll get an instant gratification, but by and large, the delayed gratification is going to pay you way, way more. Way more. And there's something else. So I know you heard a million times about inflation, right? Inflation, the government is pumping money into the blah, 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 blah. Inflation is actually a real thing, and you've experienced it, right? So watch this. I'll show you how you experienced it. When you were a kid, when you were younger, you used to go to the corner store, to the gas station, wherever, CVS, wherever the corner store was around your house, right? And you used to be able to buy these. You used to be able to buy these. They used to straight up just sell them to you for a quarter, right? Quarter water is even a slang term for it, right? Used to buy these. They even had the 50-cent version of it, which was kind of like this, but it was in a even cheaper package than that, right? They're not selling stuff like this no more. Why? Inflation is a part of it. Now, even if you were to go buy some, what's a popular candy? What's a popular candy? M&M's. M&M's. These things, you used to be able to get this for like 65 cents. 65 cents. Now, you ain't getting nothing like this for under $1. It's very rare if you ever find something like this under $1. Why is that? Because of inflation. Let's make it make some sense. Let's say in 2010, this is an inflation calculator. Start year 2010, end year 2021. If you had $100, actually let's do $1. If you had $1 in 2010, what is that $1 worth in 2021? So $1 in 2010 was worth a quarter more than $1 today. That's a lot of loss in value, family. That means this thing lost it's losing crazy value. It's really crazy, and it don't really matter when you think about it being, let's call it like they said right. They said a bag of chips used to be a quarter. That's right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. For example, this don't really matter when you're thinking about it being $1. But let's multiply this by 10. And then you start to say, yo, this is getting crazy. You see what I'm saying? What if it was 1,000? What if it was 1,000? That means you had the spending power of 1,200. Now think about this. Some people had 10,000, 12,000. It's you see what I'm saying? Inflation really eats away at your wealth. It eats away at your wealth. And that's really, really something to really understand. It's eating away at your wealth. Don't leave money in savings accounts outside, in my opinion. You can do what you want, not financial advice. Don't leave money outside of your savings account unless it's put money in your savings account 3 to 6 months. Let's be clear on that. 3 to 6 months of expenses. However, outside of that, come on, invest. Invest into your mind, invest into your finances, all of that. 3 to 6 months of expenses, have all of your bills ready to be paid, and then boom. Okay, cool. So let's see. So Lucid hit 26. It had to cool off. She had to. Palantir is waking back up to 27. Let's see. Oh. Healthy Girl T, let's go, baby. Keep rising to the top. Let's do it. And let's do it together. We family, baby. We family. Appreciate you for the love. Shout out to my guy, Gio. He said this. Should we buy a put on Baba? Is Baba still tanking? The last time I checked Baba, it was in the 150s, 160 range. Dang, yeah, it really came down. So, to be honest with you, at this point, it lost basically half its value from all-time highs. Look at this, 319 all the way down to like 150. It lost basically even more than half of its value. So you could get into a put, but ease into your position, family. Ease in. That's right. Somebody said inflation is a hidden tax. Yep, it's a hidden tax. If you do, though, don't go crazy. Ease in. My guy said Lucid looks like a pump and dump. No, it has to cool off. It has to cool off. The only thing that they could really do, like, for example, let's see what's going on with them in the news. Did they push back deliveries? Nope. It doesn't look like it yet. Trending stocks, nothing. Vehicle, stock, add to your portfolio. Again, everybody believes in a stock on the run up. They believe in the stock on the run up. They don't believe in it on the come down. Never. The call option that I just showed you with the Grand Slam, right? We didn't get in on the run up. We got in on the come down. Like, watch this. It came all the way down to 15. And we're like, oh, if Lucid delivers cars, this is going to go crazy. This is going to go absolutely crazy. So then, you know what? We got in on a call. And then eventually it did start going crazy, even though they didn't deliver the cars yet. But if they don't deliver cars, I told you time and time again, Morgan Stanley said this thing is going to $12. $12. So with an option, get in, get up, get out with a play. Get in, get up, and get out. So now I'm hearing that BBIG is waking back up. BBIG is waking back up. So if you're playing BBIG, I want you to think like this. Understand that consistently this month, the floor has been getting lower and lower and lower. So look, let's say we started at 12 and then boom, we get to a floor of like 10, run up, come back down, get to a floor of like 9, come down, get to a floor of like 8, run up, boom, back to that floor of 8, down, floor of like 7, quick pop right here, quick pop, come back down, new floor, 6, run up, right? So make sure you following and paying attention. Make sure you following and paying attention. And again, like I told you 100 times, don't get married. Don't get married to a play like this. This is not an Apple. This is not a thing like that. Don't get married to it. You trade it. Brownie, Mr. Cat said good morning, big boy. You hear me? Brownie. Good. He's listening real hard. Real hard. Let's check the SPY. Will do. Shout out to everybody in the building. Okay, SPY, we at 235. Let's check them out on a minute chart. So we've been coming down all day from where? 436. 436. And then let's see. Charge point is waking up a little bit, but I can imagine it'll come down again. Somebody said fill the gap. Yep. That's right. Now, Lucid is coming down. Hold up. From 28.21 to 25. So, if you missed out on a play, this is why I always tell you, let it come back to pick you up, baby. Let it come back to pick you up. You don't have to chase it up. It'll come back to pick you up. Like we've been talking about the Fibonacci retracements. Let's go back because now we have enough time to do it. So the Fibonacci retracement, let's click it. Let's use it. You start at a low point. And let's go to the high. Boom. So now, if we are still in an uptrend, when you use Fibonacci retracements, and again, I'm headphones in the chat. Headphones in the chat, baby. If you use Fibonacci retracement, let me put the headphones in the chat too. I'm here with y'all. I'm here with the family. Headphones in the chat. Let's break it all the way down from 0 as if you never heard this. So I can give you the steps so then you can know how to use it yourself. So here we go. You zoom out. You identify a trend. There are 3 trends. There's an uptrend, right? Something is going up. There's a downtrend. The whole play is coming down. There's consolidation where it's going sideways. Currently on the 30-minute chart, meaning every one of these candles is representative of 30 minutes. We are in an uptrend. Even though it came down here, this is called retracement. So let's put it in our uptrend, right? We're going to get our lines and let's put this in our uptrend kind of like this, right? Kind of like this. It broke down a little bit, but then it bounced back hard. So then let's go. We notice we are in an uptrend. So you can do this yourself too at home because when I'm not on live, you need to know what you're doing. That's why I get on here to show you. So look, notice uptrend, right? We have a line of resistance. It might be support now. But look, watch this. It's still respecting our uptrend. You see this? It's coming down here and then it's starting to go back up. It's respecting our trend. So on a long scale, since the 14th, we've been in an uptrend. Now let's talk about retracement. With retracement, what you want to do, and for real, I need to see them headphones in the chat. You need to pay attention to this close so you can say, are we in retracement or are we in a downtrend now? So now notice we still stayed in that trend. So now let's use the Fibonacci retracement. So now I have it queued up. I click on the bottom of the trend, all the way in the bottom. I get my first point. I'm going to extend this line to the very top. Boom. So now I got some numbers here. I got 0, 23, 38, 50, blah, blah, blah. What these represent are resistance lines and support lines. Now, I'm going to show you a graphic that I took. I took a picture of this graphic. I saw it on a thumbnail of a video. Let me see. I saw it on the thumbnail of a video, and it really helps you out. Here we go. Yep, let me share this with the computer. I saw it on the thumbnail, so it could show you what these numbers even mean, like in plain English. So when you're using the Fibonacci retracement, you see the levels. Let me try to move this so you can see even better. Here we go. Look at this. There's a 0% retracement. Retracement means what percent did it come back down, right? If it came down 0%, that means it's all the way up to the high, right? If it retraced to 38, this means we're still in a strong trend. If it comes down to 38 and bounces off, so if it comes down here to this 38 point, and let me get rid of that resistance line over here. So if it comes down to this 38 point and it bounces off, that means we are still in our uptrend, and it's a strong uptrend. If it comes down here and bounces off of the 50, which would be 23.43, that would mean, you know what? We're in a normal trend. If we come all the way back down to the 61%, which in this case is 22.24, we still technically are in an uptrend potentially. If it comes down to the 100%, we in a reversal for sure. Like 100%, we're in a reversal. Boom. And then let's see where it goes. So right now it's at the 23 on the retracement. So what could this mean? This could mean this thing is coming to pick you up potentially. But remember, Fibonacci retracement is just one indicator. It's just one indicator. Now, after this point, you have to think, what are the psychological levels of resistance? What are the actual levels of resistance in the past? So then let's zoom out and let's look in the past. And let's see. In the past, has this stock struggled with 28 before? Has it struggled with 29 before? So then we're on a 30-minute time frame. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. And look, just like clockwork, family, just like clockwork. You go to, let's get our good old friend, the horizontal line. Look over here. You see this? Back in June, it struggled with 29. Back in June again, it struggled at 28. In July, it struggled with 29. And right back up here in these levels, under the 30, it's struggling again. It's struggling again. So it's just like clockwork. These things work. Why? Because other people are looking at these exact trends and then saying, okay. And then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you know I got you. You know I got you. Yep, 29 is an extreme, 29, 28, 29, 30. Extremely hard for Lucid to break through it. Extremely hard for it to break through it. Kenan's tooth, let's go. Let's get it. So somebody says SoFi is nice. It's running. This seems like it's been a great swing trader. So let's check it out. Let's zoom out. Oh, yeah, this one is in a mean uptrend, family. Mean. Look at that. So next resistance, like strong resistance, is at 1790. It already broke through one. It already broke through one. Yeah, fam. Wow, that is a crazy uptrend. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with it, if anything. So Jeffries initiates buy rating. It surged to 60% 3 hours ago. Let's see. Okay. So the big dogs, they pumping it. The big dogs is pumping it, baby. So you long on the tooth? Hopefully that sound like a weird look. Let's get it. So here we go. Let's check out also AMC, because I'm seeing that people saying it's pushing. We love to see it. So now AMC, it is pushing and it is pumping up, but notice it is still under the resistance. We need to break through it. Bam. Oh, you know what I always tell you to do when you see something like this? Check the volume. If the volume is crazy, this is a potential good sign for a play like AMC. But if the volume is like in the 8 millions or under the 10 millions, it's not really a sign like you think. So yeah, right now it's in the 8 millions, nothing crazy. And remember, anything can happen in these next 10 minutes to fill out this 30-minute. But as it stands, this isn't crazy volume yet. This isn't crazy volume just yet on AMC. We're only at 8 million so far. We would like to see this hit 20 in the first 30 minutes. That would be a sign that there's a lot of everybody's jumping in right now and trading this one. So, yep, it's finding resistance at the 30. We want to break through it. Somebody said Adder is pushing. Let's check them out. Adder is pushing, baby. Okay, okay. Where'd she come down to yesterday? $12 or so? Nice, nice. Seems like SoFi is really the banger today, though. So now, is she coming back down to pick somebody up that's trying to get in? Let's see if she has any options. So here we go. Options. For those of you who aren't familiar with options, right? My T-bone 20 to 40. We want some high volume. Facebook puts up 100%. Let's go. Appreciate you, family. Free lesson. I got you, family. Come on now. Come on now. Facebook is dropping. Somebody said they in Facebook puts. Let's check them out, though. FB. We can come back to SoFi, but let's check out Facebook really quick. So Facebook. Whoa. Look at that. Family, this thing came down like a rock. Look at this. When did you jump in a Facebook put? Man, look at that. That's really crazy. That's really crazy. It came down from, look, 380 to 340. All right, family, look, I want you to really understand this. The market overall has had a nice, healthy pullback. A really nice, healthy pullback. I want you to think of these times kind of like these times right here. This is 2020, near the pandemic, right? A little bit before the bottom, it looks like this is where we are. Now, not that the market is going to crash and everything like that, but I want you to see the opportunity here. If you could load up on your long-term plays, your long-term bangers, family. Like, for example, let's say Facebook was one of your long-term bangers. Pre-pandemic crash, we was up to what? 225, but it came all the way down to the 130s, and then it came back all the way. Even after this dip, it's still at, what, 344? You got to look at your long-term bangers and say, look, I need more Disney. I need more Apple. I need more of the SPY. I need more VTI. You need to look at these bangers and then say, okay, my position is not built out yet, and the universe, the world of being blessed, everything is coming upon me where I could basically load up on the ones I believe in. Come on now. Let's check it out. So it looks like Lucid did a little bounce after the drop. Drop, bounce. So again, it has to cool off. After this kind of a run, we have to come to some sanity. Okay. Now, let's check them out too. Palantir, QuantumScape is still doing straight. Nio's pumping up a little bit. I'm more likely to buy a put than a call at this point. Yep, Hyper Viper. Most traders lose money. That's a fact. That's a fact. This is why I always tell you this. If you have a portfolio, especially, hold up, where's my calculator at? Evergrande Group, we talked about that. Yeah, if you have a portfolio, right, your portfolio is literally like 100% of all of your money. 80% of that needs to be in a big dog. It could be the SPY. It could be VTI, something like that, right? A big dog. That's why I always say, if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in the index funds. Why? Because the index fund, if you can't handle the heat, it means your foundation is weak. Oh, this ain't even Kenan Breaks Radio, baby. If you can't handle the heat, it means your foundation is weak. That's, somebody put that on a shirt. Yo, if you can't handle the heat, your foundation is weak. You need at least 80% of your stocks in either big dogs or index funds or ETFs, big dogs. So then, guess what? You left with 20%. What could you do with the rest of the 20%? Maybe, let's say you got 80% in VTI, the SPY, something like that. You can have it in Apple. That's cool too, right? You can have it in Apple too, or something like that, Microsoft. That's up to you. How risky you want to be, it is what it is. So now that you got 20%, maybe you could put 10% into something more high risk, more high growth. Like, for example, EV plays, straight up EV plays, 10%. Boom. If you want to do it like that, it is what it is. You got 10% left. I would say go 5% cash, maybe even 10, maybe even 10%. And then 5%, this last little 5%, you could day trade it, options, stuff like that. But let's say you run this 5% to zero. You totally smoked it, right? Smoked it. And then, boom, you still got 95% of your other stocks growing your portfolio. And you will be less likely to paper hand or be weak on it because it's such a small percent of your portfolio that you can't. Listen, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, man. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me write that down. I like that. If you can't handle the heat, your foundation is weak. You know, it's because your foundation is weak. That's right. Come on now, because that's literally what I mean. People always say, Kenan, why do you not like index funds? I do like index funds. If you can't handle the heat, consider investing in index funds. That's the only reason you can't handle it, because your foundation is weak. Your foundation is weak, and we ain't having that. Hold up. Come on now. Stop playing. All right, let's go. Lucid, LCID. Let's see, because I'm seeing the family is saying they coming back. Bounce back a little bit. Now, family, let's be clear. Those of you who are saying Lucid is coming back today, if you wanted to establish a position, you got to put it in your trends and follow it. Let's be clear, though. Lucid is positive on a day, but you see this? If this turns red, this is going to change people's minds. This is going to change people's minds and say, oh my God, Lucid is having a crazy day as soon as it turns red. But notice, Lucid, believe it or not, is in a short-term downtrend so far. How do we know? We got a high. We have a lower high. We are currently in a downtrend. We want to break out of it, of course. But downtrend. Now, you might hear you need some confirmation, right? Confirmation. Confirmation means you get a green candle outside of your trend, and then you get another green candle outside of your trend. The more you get, the more confirmations. Where can I day trade? So, Robinhood, Webull, like make a day trading account. Make a day trading account. And don't go crazy. Just go simple. You know what I mean? So it literally applies to everything. Come on now. Come on now. Still though, even if you can't day trade on a day and you need 2 days, you can swing trade, right? It's almost the same, just a longer time frame. So if you can't day trade because the pattern day trading restrictions, then at this point you say, okay, cool. I'm gonna buy this today. I probably sell it in 2 days, but it's still a swing. You still get in, you get up, and you get out as soon as you can. The volume sounds off. Let me know if the volume is good, baby. Let me know if the volume is good. It might be. Disney is going up, but look at this. See what I was saying? Downtrend. It's trying to come back into our downtrend. Okay, now let's check it out. Let's go to the SPY. SPY is bouncing up. SPY is currently positive on the day. We want to see the SPY break. Let's see what we need to see it break. If we need to see the SPY break this, it's literally right there, family. It's like 10 cents away from breaking the pre-market high. Let's see. And let's move this down. Let's move this down. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yo, family, look at this. They said the sound is perfect, baby. Let's get it. KG the truth. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Yeah, that was me. We all good. We good. All right, bet. Appreciate y'all for that. I appreciate y'all for that. So here we go. Come back up to the resistance, but it looks like it's pushing. Facebook. If you get into a Facebook call, give yourself some time on a Facebook call. If you're trying to get into the Discord link is in the top of the chat. I see somebody asking about it. It's in the top of the chat. I pinned it. I always will pin it. Okay, long-term portfolio. Don't deliver certain date, price drop. Load up. Yes, understand that. Understand that. I told y'all this before. Let's make sense of Lucid. Let's make sense of Lucid. Right now, they are in a very, very pivotal time in their development where they could deliver their first car. This is going to be a memorable moment for them forever. From here on, this is going to be like one of the things that either stains them or defines them. So let's see what happens. Now, there's a lot of things going on that show rumors that they're going to actually deliver. But you never know. They could say all of a sudden they're going to delay. And if they delay, like I told you time and time again, like Morgan Stanley thinks, they said that they think this thing is going to fall 50%. And they said this 10 days ago. Bank of America thinks it's going to go up to 30. And they said this 8 days ago. So now, like my guy just said in the comments, if they say, yo, look, we not delivering cars, we got to push it to 2022. We just got to push it. You know, it's all good. We got to push it. They try to come out with something like that. Then guess what? This thing is basically going to 12. And if you believe in it long term, then that's a really solid point to then be loading back up. But until then, bam, we playing the options. Will Lucid have a positive effect on charge point? They say the rising tide generally raises all ships. Could you explain time decay? So it's kind of, when you think about cars or anything like that, it's kind of self-evident in that if you have a car, imagine this. If your car is getting older and older and older, and it's not like an antique car, it's going to have some natural like wear and tear. But since options are kind of like digital and they don't have that natural wear and tear, then it's the same concept, but it just in your brain, it just don't work out the same. They decay over time because as time goes, the risk increases. And then that adds to the time decay. So then as it gets closer and closer and closer to the date, then the theta, which is the time decay on an option, it just ramps up. It ramps way up because it's now more risky. But high risk, high reward. Michael Santiago, I got you, family. SPY calls? No. Nope. Nope. SPY calls? You could get into a SPY call. I'm not getting into a SPY call. No. Could this go up to 450 in the next 2 days? And you be like, Kenan, I told you SPY calls. Then you should have got in it. Me, I'm not getting in a SPY call. Why? Why am I not getting into a SPY call? This is the next, look, if you get in a SPY call and you chase it up at 37 and then it comes back down to 33, you're going to be sad. You got to catch it low, not buy it low. And again, this could go up to the moon, but on a technical level, I would not pick up a call at 37. At 37, I would not. Appreciate you for the love, family. Retail owns 80% of AMC. How can the hedges control the stock price for months like they have been? So, all right. So here we go. Great question. And the answer, somebody said SPY, Jay-Z puts. Raymond. All right, look, it's like this. You got to think of it exactly like, imagine that have you ever heard of the concept called, it's not as offensive as it sounds. Some people think it's offensive, but it's called the vocal minority. Vocal minority. Not like a minority person, blah, 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 who's just super vocal and yelling. It's the vocal minority. Let's see if we can see an image. You have a few people. They don't have any good diagrams. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeah, the vocal minority. So you have a little bit of people who are basically doing all of the talking, and most people are not. Most people are just kind of in the middle and just chilling and just sitting, right? Let's see if I can find a good definition of this. A small group of individuals that frequently and strongly voice their opinions, contrasting the silent majority that makes up most of the population. So it's kind of like this. 80% of us, the apes, we are holding. Holding is passive. It's inactive. But the trading, the short selling, all of that, the manipulation, that's very active, right? It's kind of like being a part of the vocal minority, where there's a few of them, but they're doing all of the trading. They're doing all of the short selling. They're doing all of the dark pool stuff, right? And we are largely just holding on. So then all of the action is happening with them. All of the media manipulation, all of it is happening with them. Ed, Olivia, come on now, I'm telling you. You know how it is. Everything is offensive today. Everything is offensive today. You know how it is. You know how it is. Yep, the opposite of the silent majority. That's right. That's right. I appreciate you. So hit the like button. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Now, I should be the head of the feds. All right, cool. But yeah, could this thing go all the way up to, this is the SPY. It's at 437. You want to get into a call? You could, but I'm not. The RSI is at 78. This is the relative strength index, right? Relative strength index shows you anything over 70 is largely oversold. I'm sorry, overbought. I mean, too many people buying at once, and it's likely to cool down at least a little bit. So I wouldn't. You could, but I wouldn't. And if you do, just ease in. Just ease in. Never go all in at once. Because I always tell you, I'm always dressed fresh. Appreciate you. I always tell you, let's say that you get in right here on a call at the very top. And let's say, hypothetically speaking, that it dropped all the way back down to 430 and flat. It lost $7 in value. 430 flat, right? But you didn't go all in. You only got just bam, a little first strike, right? Look, bow, right? First strike. And then you waited. You could bring your average all the way down. So whenever you think, yo, I want to get in right here, you could put some skin in the game. It's okay to put some skin in the game as long as it's a small percentage. Like I tell you, if you got $300, you want to put $100. But if you really are not sure, maybe you put $50 of your $300. And then if you was totally, absolutely, 100% wrong on your call option, then guess what? You still got $250 that you could use to bring your average all the way down to where it needs to be. UK loves me. I love y'all too. Appreciate y'all for that. Let's get it. Somebody said, is DNA a banger? I have not done any research on this one. So the funny thing is too, some people ask me about like a stock. Think about this, the thousands and thousands of stocks, right? Some people ask me about a stock and then they get a little frustrated because they're like, yo, Kenan, you never talk about X, Y, and Z. You know what? I don't speak on things that I don't know. If I don't understand, that's when it's time to learn. When it's time to learn, it's not time to speak. And you got to really understand that. When it's time to learn, it's not time to speak. It's time to listen. It's very rare, if ever. Nobody really ever learned anything while speaking. You learn things from listening or observing. Everything that you say, you know. Opinion on ATVI, and it don't mean you know it well, but you're not gonna teach yourself something just from sitting there talking. You gotta learn. You gotta switch your brain and say, okay, it's time to sharpen my axe so I can cut down more trees. ATVI, appreciate you, James, for the love.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
I hit the wrong one. My bad, big dog. Hold up. I got you. I got you, baby. James, I appreciate you. ATVI, just know that's forever our moment, James. Me and you. ATVI. All right. So 73. So family, geez, Louise, look at this. It's been coming down like crazy for a long time. You want to ask yourself, why has this thing been dropping since August? Oh, before August. Let's zoom way out. Why has this been dropping since February? Why? What ran it and what's been dropping it? What's been dropping it? Let's get it. So, right now, too, let me check you out real quick, big dog. I got you. So, right now, we're sitting on a support just about at $70 is a strong support. You can get it under there, but again, hold on, baby. Let's get it. K. Douglas, let's get it. So I'm all ears. What's good? Let's go. Let's get it. So that soundbite got me crying. James, it's love, baby. That's forever me and your moment. You already know. Let's get it. Shout out to Pam. So here we go. Let's check out, what was it? She just asked me about something. Boy, shout out to Kate Douglas, the beast, the banger. No. Appreciate you, love. I'm teaching this morning. You know I got you. MRN, oh, yeah. The whales been jumping in this one. Some whales have been jumping into this one. So they came down. You know what, family? mRNA. Let's go over here and let's see what they're doing. Because they may be the next company to get FDA approval on a vaccine. Potentially. And this is Moderna. So we already know what happened last time. Put season. So we got to be on the lookout for that. I'm hearing that Apple is going up too. If you didn't know, Apple is the largest holding in the SPY. So they're going to move together a lot. They're going to move together a lot. It's only 5%, but they're going to move together a lot. And let's check them out. SPY. So yeah, let's see. Just like we said, the SPY, the RSI got all the way up to what? 78. So we knew it was going to cool off at least a little bit. We hope that the SPY stays in an uptrend. We want to see the market turn around, but you really got to know that, you know what? You could make money on the way down too. And don't cry and be sad that, you know what I'm saying? Nobody going to cry you a river. I would play the song, but every time I do something like that, they hit me with that big bow, demonetized, baby. Bow. I'd be like, let me turn this song up. Bop, bop, bop. They knocked me right out the park. Let's get it. Let's go. So Lucid, let's see if it's fine support at 25. Fine support at 25. And again, if you're still in the call, you still up over the home run for sure. You see what I'm saying? However, what I want you to understand is, like I always tell you, if you ever going to ask yourself this question, I really want you to understand, this core family in particular, understand this. If you ever ask yourself, should I sell this or should I hold this? 7 times out of 10, you should sell this, right? The reason is, in your heart, you've made enough. You just want to fight it and go and make more. Some might call that greed. I understand. Some might not. Some might call it, it is what it is. It is what it is. Somebody said, all right, yeah, it is. You're right. It's down. It was up. And now it retraced 100%. So, yep, Lucid is on a consistent downtrend. Consistent downtrend. Somebody said them sound bites. Let's check them out. BBIG. And again, notice we identified this downtrend like right over here, and it jumped right back in it. Quentin, my God. My guy. Let's get it. Now, let's see this. What did you ask me to look at? BBIG. Appreciate you for that, family. So BBIG is still in a downtrend. Still in a downtrend, but it's bouncing off of about 630, 640. It's bouncing off of that. But however, really, really weak. Really, really weak, like 5-minute time frame kind of support. Not strong. My guy said, I was up 145 on Lucid calls. He said, thanks to you, I sold it as soon as he opened. Again, if you made enough, you sell. You make enough, you sell. You could always take the money that you make and then put it back onto another call. Rinse and repeat. But now you ain't using your own money, you're using their money. ADA might be on sale. Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let me tell you something too. I was saying, yo, this is when ADA ran up to like $3. I had made a video on it when I first started talking about the new upgrade. I've been talking about ADA for a long time. When I was talking about the new upgrade, and they had ran up to 310. And I was like, look, you might be able to pick this up at 270. It came down to 270, 260. I'm like, you might be able to pick this up at under $1. People are like, no, you're never going to be able to get this under $1 again. And it went to 191. What? Today? You see what I'm saying? You got to be ready. for 80% swings. 80% swings. Shout out to Steve. Appreciate you, big dog. Family growing strong. Now, if you want to be in the Discord, hit the link in the top of the chat. That's how you get into the Discord, baby. That's how you get into the Discord. Okay, now let's look. Apple, where we at? SPY. SPY is jumping back up again. SPY's jump back up again. We want to see the SPY get over 440. We want to see it get over to 440. Somebody said Pepsi. Is Pepsi having a good day today? Because I keep seeing Pepsi. Pepsi's doing kind of flat. But yeah, Pepsi, this is just a long-term play. Like you just put money there to hold it there. That's really it. That's how you're going to rock out with that. But let's go back. Oh, yeah. Let's go check out AMC. What is the price? Look at that. We broke over the 40. Not really. Almost. 39.73. Is there any option I can get in without a day trade? So, at this point, I would wait for the SPY to cool off. Because I feel like the SPY it ain't going to hold this. And I don't think it's going to hold this. There's too much uncertainty right now. It could, but I doubt it. Right? So, what I would do is let the SPY cool off and then get into a SPY call. That's what I would do. And then also, Apple. Apple as well. There's no way that Apple is going to stay. And if you don't want a day trade, then get a long one. Get a long one, like 2 months out. He said we ran the table 3 Gs. Get in, get up, get out. That's right, baby. That's right. Let's go, quick. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. Now, let's check it out, too. So let's see what we got today. For my people who can't day trade, but you can swing trade, you want to look for an option that's at least 2 days. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let's go with a new lesson. Let's talk about the break even. Let's talk about how to use break even to your advantage. Because a lot of people, what they do is this. Let me tell y'all. On Twitter, listen, they clowning, folks. They clowning. How? Because of this. And it's like this. Imagine that you're talking to somebody who totally thinks everybody else is uneducated, right? They're going to try to shame you. They're going to try to clown you. So look at the volume. Crazy low from 10 million and then 3 million in the next 30 minutes. That's crazy. But let's keep it going. Let's look at the options on AMC. Where we at? Expiry. There we go. Yeah, options. So calls. Calls are largely bets that the stock is going to go up. Puts are largely bets that the stock is going to go down. If you look at the calls for Friday, there's 15,000 in the money, meaning they're expected to expire with some worth if the stock stays the same price. Most of them are out of the money because people are taking really, really short-term ones a lot of the time, and then they expire worthless. The puts, a lot of these are bets the stock is going to come down. Most people are basically, who are in the puts, again, they betting that it's going to come down, and they dogging us. They dogging us who may have a call. They are very close to having more puts in the money than calls in the money. They're like a half, almost half. So now pay attention to this. When on Twitter, you start talking about call options on AMC, they're going to say, oh, you feeding the hedge funds, you feeding the hedge funds. People become like parrots where they don't really understand what they're saying, but they have heard something from somebody who do exactly know what they're saying. So you could be feeding the hedge funds, and it's very likely that you are if you are buying extremely short-term, high-risk AMC options. It's more likely that over 50% of the time that you are feeding the market makers, the hedge funds, the big dogs. That is true. That's absolutely true, right? But if you get into a call that makes a lot of sense, that you basically took your time with to make it make sense, then you can make money with that. Now, one of the best apps to use break even on, at least to calculate like what you want to do, is something like this. Let's use AMC as an example. And let's go to call options, right? We're going to look up options. I'm going to show you an image. And I want you to understand how to use the break even. And I'm going to show you why this one is a great stock, or why Robinhood's software is great to use. So you ready? I'm going to show you how it looks and how to use the break even. And let me share this with the computer real quick. Let me airdrop this. You can use break even to your advantage. And you do it just like this. The reason I'm showing you the Robinhood software is because it's easy to use and easy to see. So let's go to here, and then let's go here. Take a look. This is Robinhood software. Let me make sure I can see you as well. Okay, here we go. This is Robinhood software. They tell you a list of break evens. So this is at the money, right? 40.15 at the time that I took the screenshot. Look at the break evens. Most people are buying way out of the money calls. High risk, high reward, right? You could feed the hedge funds that way. However, if you get it right, you could really feed yourself that way. That's why it's high risk, high reward. But when you look at Robinhood and you see the break evens, you can look at the strikes, these numbers here. But look at the break evens, which are under them. Break even is 41.74. Break even is 41.27. Break even is 40.94. If you buy a play and use the break even as your determining factor, then it'll tell you how much does this thing need to move and what number does it need to get to in order for you to break even. So instead of just straight picking a crazy out of the money call, use the break even numbers to say, do I think that AMC is going to get above this break even number? And then this will increase the chances that you win. You won't win all of them, but it will increase, and not just AMC. I'm just using this as an example. This will increase the chances on any stock that you're going to win versus keep doing crazy out of the money calls. Because with this, when you're doing the crazy out of the money calls, if you get it right, family, I'm telling you right now, you're going to eat. But if you get it wrong, you're going to zero and you feed in the hedge funds as well. But in the money. So then, for example, I bought with Apple, I bought it in the money, deep in the money, right? Deep in the money Apple call. I spent like $2,000 on it, and it was a 120 strike, right? For like January. My break even was like, I want to say like 48 or 49, but I bought a 120 strike. Why did I buy a 120 strike? It was so my break even was somewhere that I was sure that Apple could get to in that time, under a resistance line, So like, for example, let's go back over here. Let's go to something like Facebook. Facebook is crashing like a rock. Facebook is a banger though. Facebook is an absolute banger. I can see Facebook coming down to 340, but let's say by January, I can see this coming to, let's actually do it. Let's do it for real. So here we go. I'm going to go to Facebook. And remember, this is a teaching moment right now. I'm not buying any of these. I'm using this as a teaching moment. Let's say by January, I think Facebook could easily get to 345. 345. The screen is blurry. Right. And somebody said, yep, and this is without Delta consideration. Exactly. I didn't even look at Delta yet. We're just talking about the break even. Okay. So now, maybe Facebook is too expensive to go that far out with to make sense. Let's use this. I'm going to send this to you. Here we go. Let me share the screen with you. Or the screenshot. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. Now this is Facebook. Let's look at the break evens. So you could get into an option for Facebook right now for September 24th. And I'm not buying this one. I just want you to understand how it works. So you could get into an option right now. For example, hypothetically, I'm not getting this one, but the break even is 446. If I thought that I could get over that mark, I would only need to go up 0.8%, not 1%, 0.8% by this date to get over the break even. We're not even really looking at the strikes. We were trying to look what percentage up does it have to go in order for me to be profitable by the end, right? When you use this is how you increase the chances that you will win. You won't win all of the time, but it'll increase the chances because you're not just looking at the strike. Like, for example, what a rookie would do, and no disrespect to a rookie, we was all rookies once, and we all going to make rookie mistakes time and time again. But pay attention. When you say, okay, Facebook right now is 442. So you might want to buy a 445 call. That would be considered out of the money. It could go to zero. Easy if it doesn't hit that. Bam, it could come back down. So now let's go back here. Where was this? Facebook. Break even is the strike plus the premium. That's exactly right, family. Now let's talk about it. If you get to here, this one will cost you $1,033, but you will need to go up 50 cents or 50%, not even 50%, 0.50%, so half of a percent, just to get to your break even. So if you think it's gonna go to 445, and then over that, you would be winning, but you wouldn't have to wait for it to come to a higher. Come on now, you just gotta take your time. You gotta use the break even to make sure you win it. Oh, I want to lose your super chat, big dog. I appreciate you for that. Let me check you out. He said, bro, thank you for explaining this. I've been confused for a minute. Discord fam in the building, baby. You got a Discord, what'd you say? Let me see. Lucid put, and you running, let's get it. Let's get it. Remember, don't get married. You ride the wave up, and if you want, you could ride the wave down as well. There's nothing wrong with riding the wave down on Lucid. There's nothing wrong with it. Because, fam, let me tell you this. If Lucid says, look, we ain't delivering no cars, you know everybody in the world is looking for puts. Everybody in the world is going to be looking for puts on Lucid, especially Morgan Stanley, who gave it a $12 rating. He said, my man, this live is so informative. My first time staying. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Listen, that's what we're here for. We're here to teach. We're here to teach the family. What'd I say? I said 445. Oh, okay, I meant 345. My fault. You know, I'm showing it, though. I might say it wrong. I won't always say it right, but I'm trying to show you the facts. Discord fam is where it's at, baby. Let's get it. So now let's see. Let's see what we got going on today. So let's see what the SPY is doing again. SPY is showing crazy strength. But do I think it's going to break through the 440? Let's see. Let's see what the charts are saying. Let's follow the technicals and see how much resistance is it being shown up at these levels. To be fair, not crazy amounts. It's not as crazy as you would think. So let's put this here and let's make this line thicker so we can go back in time and look at it. So this is a resistance at the 440 mark, just about 439. My girl asked me, why don't I want to get married? Because Kenan told me not to. Let her know. Let her know, family. Let her know what time it is, baby.
Stupid.
Let's get it. All right, so let's look back in time and let's see with the SPY. What's going on with it at 440? Let's zoom out. So yeah, to be fair, not crazy. It's not crazy. Back in August, I guess it was hovering here, but the resistance 40 is not a strong resistance for the SPY. It's not. It might be a resistance, but it's not a strong one. Said no doubt. Thanks for clearing up. I got you. Okay, got you, K. K said add in delta and theta. So let's talk about it. So delta, every single time a play runs up. So let's go. What stock right now is like $1? Maybe ZOM, under $1, half $1. What stock is like? I want to look for something that's like literally SND. I don't know. I'm looking for something that's like $1. Who knows, right? Let's go with this. Or even $10. Okay, so DNA. DNA is almost $10. I'm looking for round numbers here. MMAT, let's use this. $5, just about, right? Let's say you were to buy an option on this. You buy an option on this, and let's say you pick the $5 strike for a call. We're going to talk about delta here. So delta, you see delta on it is 0.5 right here. 0.5678, but it's 0.5. Think of it like that. If this thing goes from 480 to 580, your option is going to go up by delta. How much does your option cost? It's going to cost you $55 right here. This is the price, the bid. Technically, if you wanted to get it right now, it would cost you the ask, which would be 60. But let's say it cost you 55. And then it went up $1. The stock went up $1. Then it would go up by delta. It will go up exactly by delta. $56.78. It will go up basically that much. But then, what if it went up another $1? Then it would go up exactly delta again, plus gamma. So it'll go up 56 plus 18. That's how that works. And then theta, time decay, this thing would lose literally $1 a day on a $60 option. But as it gets closer and closer to the date, it's going to lose more and more value. Again, T-Bone, right? Headphones, and I appreciate you for that. Listen, I'm telling you. So you talked about Fibonacci retracement. Could you explain the extensions? We could. We can explain the extensions, right? But again, I always tell you, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to overwhelm you. This is why, like, I'm telling you about strikes, or I'm telling you about break evens and this and that and the third. I want you to take a little bit, right? And then go and use it. You see what I'm saying? I want you to take a little bit, go and use it, practice it. You got to build, because one thing about me is I'm always on here and I'm trying to build your foundation. I want to build your foundation so then you could go and build on top of it. Because it's one thing to have me, like, for example, the Discord family know what time it is. Like, it's one thing to have me say, yo, SoFi is running. Go get a $17 call option on it for today. That's going to expire on Friday. Go get that. And then I keep telling you again and again and again. Oh, look, Adder is running. Go get a call on that. MP is running. Call on that. SQ is dropping. Go get a put on that. Right? And I'm just giving you these plays, but then I'm never telling you why. Why do I think that? Right? Why do I think that this one is going to run? What facts do I have to support this? Right? I want you to see exactly what I'm thinking, so then when I'm not on the live, you can say, okay, Kenan showed me how to do the Fibonacci retracement and how to use it as support lines. Maybe you don't even understand the 38, the 50, the 6, like maybe you don't understand the levels, but you see that there's supports. You're building a foundation. One day, you're going to say, okay, I'm using the Fibonacci retracement. Kenan told me to put it on the low point and the high point. You see all these numbers. You don't really understand it yet, but you understand that they're representative of supports. And other people are looking at it, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So then one day, you're going to come back and say, okay, Kenan, it touched the 38.2% retracement support. That might not make sense to you yet, but if you've been using it and looking at it as supports or resistance, this will come. This will come to you. It's kind of like when they say this. If you were ever learning a language, the best way to learn that language is through immersion. You immerse yourself in it. Like if you were trying to learn how to speak, let's call it Spanish, right? And then you go over to a Spanish-speaking country and you're learning it over there. You're going to have to use it because you're going to have to go to the store to get some food. You're going to have to go learn how to get some water. You're going to have to go and learn how to actually live off of using it. So you immerse yourself in it. So then I try to help you out and show you, okay, look, this is how you make a trending channel. So now, especially on the Discord, when I see people talking to me about okay, Kenan, look, this one is breaking out of the channel or something like that. They know because we now have common language. And they're looking at it the same way that I would be looking at it. And you say, okay, look, technically this QuantumScape on the 30-minute chart is still in an uptrend. It came down, but is this a trend reversal yet? We don't have any confirmation of that. Is it a retracement? It looks like it. And look, it's bouncing off of our support, our ascending level of support. So we basically get these going, and we pick up the common language and we learn together. So then again, when I'm off of the live stream or whatever's going on, you know how to fish. You know how to fish. That's important. And then I show you how to make money on the way down. Because most people, they're crying. They're crying when the SPY is down. Guess who ain't crying when the SPY is down? The people who bought puts. You not crying when the SPY is down. You happy and everybody else is crying. Y'all, I appreciate you for the love, family. I appreciate you for the love. Just know, Kamar, listen, I almost did it again. Now look, this no disrespect, but I almost did this again.
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
When you sent that. Because look, let me show you. You might not be able to see it, right? So let me try to show you. You know, I keep it raw. So I got the soundboard, but it's on my phone, right? It's the app on my phone. So then I got two folders, right? So then my folder 1, sounds 1. Yeah, let's go back. On sounds 1, let me see, right here, I got all of my sounds. So then This is most of my folder. I just started this one. So then when I click this one, the horns, hey, right? That's in the same spot as in folder 2. In folder 2, I'm looking at this backwards. Is this.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
I might have to change that. So when people sending me a super chat or showing me some love or something like that, I ain't wilding out, disrespecting. Like, oh, you sent me a $9.99 super chat. Man.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
I appreciate you, big dog. Just know. I almost clicked that though. Just know. But here we go. I got you. I appreciate you for the love, baby. I appreciate you for the love. You know, we always gonna keep it real. Always. Fisherman, yep, teach you how to fish. That's what's real. That's what time it is, baby. But let's keep it going and let's see. Let's see if we have anything showing opportunity. Anything showing us opportunity. If you want square, you know we always gonna keep it real. Appreciate you, baby. Here we go. He said, I've been trading since 18. He said I was in your whole trading career until the homie put me. Let's go. Shout out to the homie. He said you up 25%, closing on your amount that your job gives you as a yearly bonus. That's what I'm talking about, family. Get yourself a raise. Get yourself a raise. Just get a Stream Deck. This is Stream Deck, but this is the app. This is basically better for what I'm doing because I'm on a Mac, and you know how the Macs are. They don't have like a million different ports. So then I got the Stream Deck. I could set these keys. I can set these keys to anything that I want them to be. And yep, this is Stream Deck. Uber, let's check them out. UBER, bang, bang. All right, cool. Uber. So Uber, let's zoom out. So downtrend, but trying to turn it around. And get over to 45. Let's see. Did Lucid break out of the downtrend? Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, it did. It found support at 25. However, it could just be a more shallow downtrend, potentially. But again, if you want to get some skin in the game, you know what time it is. Break your buys up. So here we go. Look, Apple is coming down a little bit. It went up to 445. So you could imagine, likely, not definite, but likely, the SPY probably is doing a similar thing. So let's go. So yeah, a little red. It's cooling off. It was heating up, bam, 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 and then starting to cool off. Very similar to Apple, except Apple is cooling off even hotter than that because Apple is one stock and SPY is made up of multiple different stocks. Shout out to the family. Appreciate you, big dog. He said, Mason, he said this, thoughts on Exela or Clove? So, Exela, let's look at them. Definitely don't buy this over $1. Like over $2. If you could avoid that, totally. If you could avoid getting it over $2, totally. 180, if it breaks under that, you know what time it is, family. It's time to say, this thing is about to crash. So think of it like that. So only China can shake the world markets. Said big facts. BBIG calls. So Brandy, remember, the floor on BBIG has consistently been laddering down. Like, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Consistently getting lower and lower. You see these streaks? What's going on with my computer? Consistently getting lower and lower and lower. Okay, does it mean you don't make any money until it hits the break even? Break even only matters. I love that you asked that question. Sorry, I banged the mic. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. So check this out. It only makes sense to really consider the break even if you plan on holding the stock all the way to expiration. And to be honest with you, never do I ever hold to expiration. The only time you usually gonna catch me holding to expiration is if I'm in like a 1-day play where I'm basically trying. Appreciate you for the love, family. Family growing. You want to be in the Discord, hit the link in the top. The only thing is this. I don't hold to expiration. Expiration just lets theta eat away at your gains. So I don't hold to expiration. Like, for example, we're in a Nio call for $50, right? In March. Down right now, we down what? I want to call it like 70, 80%. percent. But guess what? We ready to double strike on it. Bam! And then cut the average all the way down and then ride the rocket up. But we want to get in at the very, very low. At the very, very low. So then, remember, when you give yourself time, then you can make it work. You could really make it work. And I'm going to show you how we can make it work. And again, never get married to a play as well. So what I want you to really understand too is this. March, there's nothing happening with Nio in March in particular, but Nio Day is in January, usually, traditionally. So you run up all the way to January, you let the Nio Day hype come out and run the stock up, right? And then Theta isn't really going to ramp up until about February or March, but you plan on getting out in January. Maybe February if needed, but you plan on getting out in January, so then time decay isn't really starting to kill you until February, but you plan on being out even before that. Brandy, that's love. Appreciate you for that. Master Chef Kenan in the building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thoughts on Charge Point? Charge Point is a banger. Charge Point is a huge, absolute beast. Where do we like this? We like this under the 19. You could pick it up now. If you want to hold Charge Point for years, you could pick it up right now. The difference between 2060 and 1999 is no different if you're going in on stocks that you're going to hold for years. But if you want to get on an option, particularly you want it to come down even more because it's been hovering at these levels and bouncing for a while. Look at this. It was this price earlier this month. Let's go back. Even all the way in August, it was over here at this price still. It was basically what? $20, $21 in July. Like, family, it's been holding these levels for a long time. Don't let time decay eat you up. All right, let's check out the SPY again. See what the SPY was doing today. All right, cool. And another thing too, I just want to reiterate on this is somebody says Charge Point is a beast. I love it. I love it. I love it. BBIG is popping. We love to see it. We love to see it. But again, start to notice the cycles, notice the trends. Lower floor and then run. CEI. Appreciate you for the love, family. CEI. Let's look at the volume. So the volume on this one, 7 million today so far. Yesterday, 28 million. So for such a low valued stock in terms of stock price, the volume is really low. You would think the volume would be way higher than this. But let's see. 10 million some days, 40 million when it ran. Yeah, try to get this as close to $1 if you can. But if it basically drops under $1, you know what time it is. It's time to don't get left holding the bag on this and ease in. Ease in. But yeah, look, Lucid is still in a downtrend. It's not in our original downtrend, but it's still in a downtrend. Identify a high point, high. Identify the next high, lower high. Identify the next high, lower high. So it's in a downtrend, but it's finding support at 25. It's finding support at 25. All right, cool. And also, yeah, I wanted to mention this. So family, we're not going to be getting into calls and puts every day. So if you want a Discord, this is why I got it set up for hot stocks of the week, right? So if I see a price I like, I strike. And if I don't, you pass on the play. It's kind of like how I was telling y'all before, those who've been rocking with me for a long time, there's an artist, you may know him, T-Pain. And I told you this before. What? Let's go. Where is this? T-Pain, he was talking about how he lost money. He lost money in real estate, right? And it was in this interview. He was talking about how he lost money in real estate. And I'm not going to play it, because I ain't trying to get demonetized. But he lost money in real estate, right? How do you lose money in real estate? You lose money in real estate when you're buying properties, hold up. You lose money in real estate when you're buying properties and you're buying them for just LA times. Let's say you were to buy this house, right? It looks like a great house. Where is this house? Can I see? I don't know. Los Angeles, maybe it's in LA. You buy this house and you buy it for $10 million. Whoa, this is like a mansion, right? Crazy, nice house. And then, you know what? Oh, I'm losing, sir. What's going on? Excuse me. Don't just buy real estate for the sole fact of buying real estate. You got to get a good deal. Options are the same way. Stocks are the same way, but stocks grow in value for sure over time, usually, if you get into a good company. But don't just buy real estate for the sole fact of getting real estate. You buy real estate. What if you bought this house for $3 million, but nobody wants to pay you $3 million for it? They want to give you $1 million for it, but you got real estate. What if you bought this house for $10 million, $1 million? Nobody wants to pay it. You getting in real estate for the sole fact of getting in real estate. Don't do it. You got to see a price you like. You got to see a price you like. It got to make sense. Up front, it got to make sense. Not over time. It got to make sense. Somebody said there's high taxes in LA. All kind of reasons. All kind of reasons. Look at this. I got real estate. I'm in real estate. I got this for, shout out to Sharon. I got real estate. Look, I bought this house for $10 million, but nobody wants to buy it. Come on. Come on. You made a bad choice. You got to see I'll see a price I like, I strike. So BBIG, nice little run. And then we got, let's see, I'm seeing AMC. Are we still over the 40? Not yet. We came back down to 39. That's crazy. Shout out to David. Let's get it. MC Hammer. Yep, a lot of people going broke. Let's talk about it though. AIE, I got you. Some of these plays I'm not in. But I will definitely look it up for you because I'm not even familiar with this one. Let's look at the volume. 1 million. For a $2 stock, family, that's low. 13 million the other day. So again, if you get in this, pay attention to what's going on. It might not pop like it did over here in February. But in time, it might. If you want to get a small position, establish a small position, but no more than that, I would say. Be careful with these. Lucid's kind of coming back. Love to see it. Shout out to David. Let's get it. So, Turbine. Thoughts on Roku? Cool. All right, family. So look, let me tell you something. I'm getting up out of here. Let's see if Lucid is popping out. Somebody say, your stomach growl. It is. You can hear that? My mic, it's funny. My mic is like right down here, and it's right kind of near my stomach. Your boy need to go eat. I need to go chill. Microvision is running. Let's check them out real quick. MVIS, the beast, the banger, potential. Love to see it. All right, family. So I see you on the next one, and I will be on in the later video tonight doing some research, showing y'all what time it is. But if you can't handle the heat, oh, hold up. We got a new one. If you just getting into this one, I had to write this down. If you can't handle the heat, it's because your foundation is weak. Yo, that was a bar. That was a bar. And this ain't even Kenan Grace Radio, baby. This ain't even Kenan Grace Radio, baby. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, what's up? It's saying my internet is out. Y'all can hear me? Hold up. Hold up. That's weird. Excuse me. That's so weird. Okay, yeah. You can hear me? Yeah, it just said my internet went out, but I'm still on. All right, cool. So I see you over in the Discord, fam. Now that I can see y'all again, appreciate y'all. You can hear, bet, loud and clear. But somebody said Wi-Fi problems. Listen, I need to call up this Wi-Fi service today and say, hey, I hope you bought your oven mitts, baby, because I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up to them right now. I'm pulling up to the Wi-Fi place right now. We gonna short them. Somebody said the hedges, they trying to get me. But I appreciate y'all.